Welcome to Joyrider's family-friendly route of the week via Wanstead Park to the Roding Valley from Leighton Jubilee Park. This is a good route to try if you want to do something a bit different and you don't mind riding on quiet roads. It's picturesque, it's a lot quieter than the River Lee. It's a very pretty route with lots of lovely birdsong in the nature reserve, but you will need to have hybrids or mountain bikes. It's not recommended for road bikes as a number of the tracks are very bumpy. It's about 19 kilometres and it will take you at least 2.5 hours with your children and probably extra time for stopping. So the route we're going to focus on today returns via Wanstead High Street, but we have got another option on our website where you could return along Snaresbrook Road if you don't mind a couple of busier junctions here, and that would bring you back along Leabridge Road. So whichever way you go, you're going to be starting from Jubilee Park and you're going to be coming along Marsh Lane, across Church Road where there is a crossing that you can use if you want to by Willowbrook School, a pedestrian crossing, and ignore Commute if it tries to send you down here. It's because it doesn't seem to realise that actually it's two-way for bikes along here because this is a contraflow road. And then the first road you're going to need to cross over is Leighton High Road, so let's have a look at how to navigate that junction. So when you reach Leighton High Road, you're going to be turning left and then right just after the zebra crossing before this petrol station. So what you want to be doing when you come down here is looking to your right, making sure it's clear obviously, and moving across to the right before you perform that right turn. So as you come here approaching the zebra crossing, you can come into this lane here and wait in the middle until it's clear in the oncoming lane before performing your right turn. You can always use the zebra crossing if you really feel the need to. If you're going to do that, then obviously make sure you do communicate with other road users around you so that they're not surprised by your actions. The stretch from Leighton High Road up to Whipps Cross Road uses nice quiet roads, but it is a bit uphill, so do encourage your children to make use of their gears, which will make it a lot easier for them. And now we reach Whipps Cross Road. You can stay mounted on your bikes to cross over here, and you're going to be following this cycle path and going down underneath the underpass to take you under the Green Man roundabout. Make sure that you take the turning on the left after the second bridge. Look out for this sign to Wanstead. It's quite small, but you want to make sure you get the right turning so that you're heading on the right route. And you'll now find yourself on the cycle track alongside the A12, and as you come along here, make sure you look out for this right turn onto Selsdon Road, which is going to take you towards Wanstead Park. These roads are all pretty quiet. You've just got Blakehall Road to cross here. Again, if you don't feel confident enough to get across this main road, you can always dismount and cross as pedestrians because there's a little traffic island you can use here, and then restart your journey over there. After you've crossed over Blakehall Road here, you're going to come to George Green. If you've been on our rides before, you might recognise this bit because this is where we look across and see Belgique just here where we often stop for coffee. But we're going to be turning right along Draycott Road, which is a lovely big wide road down here. And then when we get to the end, we're going to be turning left along Felstead Drive. And a good landmark here is the big church that you'll see just there and the entrance to the golf course. Now you can continue straight down Warren Road here, but I would advise you to take the right turn down Warren Drive and Rains Road because there are roadworks around here at the moment and the cars often come quite fast along here. Now when you get down here, there's quite a lot of parked cars. There's often people coming in and out of their cars taking their dogs for a walk in Wanstead Park, so make sure you look out for that. Let's have a look at what happens at the entrance to Wanstead Park. So as you come into Wanstead Park, the path to your left, cycling is not permitted. You're looking for the path in front of you. This is quite bumpy and it's often busy with dog walkers, so just bear that in mind as you come down here and make sure that you give way to pedestrians. Follow the path around the edge of Wanstead Park, and when you reach here, you'll see the temple. Sorry, not the temple, the tea hut. The temple is over here. This is the tea hut where you can stop and get some refreshments if you need to. Now make sure that you don't miss the turn just behind the tea hut, which is going to take you towards the Q6. And this is the right turning that will take you up to the Q6. And you'll be coming past Perch Pond. This is a nice place to stop to get a picture because it's beautiful looking out across the lake there, and you might also see some of the horses if they're out from the riding school. As you continue along the track through Wanstead Park, make sure that you're looking for the right turn here that's going to bring you up to the Q6. If you've been on our rides before to Valentine's Park, you might recognise this part. So this is where we would normally turn right here and go up over the North Circular towards Valentine's Park, but instead we're going to be going left down here, and this is the river roading just along here. So you're looking for the sign to the left that's pointing you towards Redbridge. And you've now got a nice off-road stretch all along the river here, all the way until you reach Eastern Avenue, and we'll talk about how to cross that bit in a minute. Initially the track is only about 1 metre wide, so in terms of social distancing make sure you are looking out for people coming the other way, but it's usually pretty quiet down there, and you can also look to your left and see a nice view across to Wanstead Park. After a while the path becomes much wider, and it's easy to move onto the grass if you've got people coming the other way. After this lovely stretch along here, let's have a look at what happens when you need to cross over at Redbridge roundabout and rejoin the river. When you come out parallel to the A12, have a little look out for the signs, and you're going to be going down here and underneath the subway. As you come underneath the underpass, look for the sign to the river roading pointing to the left, and you're going to be following this way. And once you come out, you're going to be along Eastern Avenue for a little bit on a very busy stretch here, but there's a shared cycle path just along here. That doesn't last for very long because you're going to be turning right and rejoining the river again. This is the right turn that takes you back down to the river, but it is a very narrow path. Fortunately it doesn't last for too long, but you do need to watch out in case there's anybody coming the other way. You might need to backtrack there, but before too long you get to a much wider part. There's some amazing graffiti on the bridge underneath the A12, and then you've got a really nice scenic uninterrupted stretch for a while. When you reach this crossroads here, you can keep going and head up as far as Charlie Brown's roundabout and then turn round and come back. This is a really pretty stretch. However, if you're starting to feel a bit tired, you can also turn off to the left here towards Wanstead. This is the junction or crossroads here. It's a nice slope going up there, and it's good fun coming back down as well. Here's the sign pointing towards Wanstead if you do decide you want to turn off at this point. You'll pass a sports ground and a clearing here, and then there's a very narrow entrance where you need to come out. So you might need to dismount to get your bike through here. And then you're going to be coming up Elmcroft Avenue and Nightingale Lane. These are both quite narrow roads, so make sure you take the primary position, and then you'll reach Wanstead High Street. You might want to dismount and have a little look around Wanstead High Street. If you did want to stop on Wanstead High Street, you've got Christchurch Green where you could sit and have some refreshments here if you wanted to. And then you can continue your journey back along Wanstead High Street, crossing over, so that is a slightly busier junction there, but again there's a pedestrian crossing if you wanted to use it. And then you could come alongside George Green and pick up the same route as you used on the way here. You have got some other options, so that once you come back under the underpass and onto Whipps Cross Road, you could, if you prefer, continue along Whipps Cross Road, stop at Hollow Ponds if you wanted to, and head up all the way to Whipps Cross Junction, which is really cycle friendly, and return along Leabridge Road. Or you can come back the same way that we came along here. If you decide to go for the Snaresbrook Road option, although you've got those busy junctions to get through, you have got a cycle track here that you can use. You'll be coming past the pond, and there's also an option to turn off into the part of Epping Forest just here. We hope you enjoy trying out this route. If you do, please do share your pictures with us. Let us know if you have any queries or questions about the route, and share your pictures with us on Instagram, on our WhatsApp group, or on our Facebook page. And here are the links to the 2 route options that we've looked at today. Enjoy!